Hello, everybody. This is Joan, your independent Princess House consultant. Today's sharing is not going to be about using one of the tools that you can buy to cut a fresh pineapple, but instead, I am going to share one of the ways you can cut a fresh pineapple simply using the cutlery you have in your home. And of course, I am going to be using our Culinario 2 series of cutlery. So I'm going to be using 3 of our knives to share with you the cutting of a fresh pineapple. And as they say, there are more than one way to skin a cat. And so you may have a different way that you use to cut your pineapple, but this is one just in case you don't have it. Okay, we're going to start with a fresh pineapple. Doesn't this pineapple look delicious? It already looks delicious before I even begin to cut it. I'm going to also share with you some of the reasons why, if you don't already include pineapple in your diet, you would want to, because you know I always like to share the health benefits of the fruits and vegetables that I present to you. So we're going to start with our fresh pineapple, and one of the first things we want to do, of course, is to cut off this beautiful pineapple plant. So to do that, I am using our Culinario 2 chef's knife. So the first thing we're going to do is cut that off, and notice how easy it comes off with the chef's knife. I think that pineapple head is beautiful for decoration. So if you were having a little dinner party or just wanted to spruce up your evening dinner table for the family, why not keep that head of the pineapple and use it and decorate your table? The next thing we're going to do is turn the pineapple around to the other side, and we want to cut off the base. So we're going to cut the base off. That's pretty simple. The next thing that we want to do is we want to actually cut off all of the exterior portion of the pineapple, and that's where it's really tough. And that's where I am going to use our serrated slicing knife. See that? It's got the serrated edge. It's nice and long. And the reason for that is I'm going to be able to saw through easily this outer section. Now, one of the things you want to do is cut it off without taking too much of the pineapple. So you want to thinly slice it and just saw through until you've cut off each portion all the way around. And so we're going to do this until we have sawed it all off. And I want you to see that even though I'm sawing this off, I'm actually doing it rather thinly. Take a look at that. It's very thin. I'm not taking off a lot of the pineapple. And as I saw off the outer portion of the pineapple, I'm going to take just a couple of moments to share some information with you about the importance of adding pineapple to your diet. Pineapple happens to be one of those fruits that are actually great for you because it does so many beneficial things for your body. The first one is that pineapple does help to improve your immune system. And we know that's very important. And that is because pineapple does have a lot of vitamin C. So it's another way of adding vitamin C to your diet. In addition to that, pineapple lowers your risk of cancer. And who wouldn't want to add something to their diet that can help lower the risk of cancer? In addition to that, we're always talking about gut health. And the reason we talk about gut health is because when you don't have gut health, then you end up with a lot of inflammation. And you want to always put in your diet things that can improve your gut health or to make your gut healthier. and to help you reduce that inflammation. Another reason pineapple is excellent for the diet is that it also improves your eye health. And that's something I'm sure we all want to do. And it has been found that by consuming pineapple that you're actually reducing your risk of getting cataract and macular degeneration. So I know we all want to make sure we're working on that. And pineapple aids in your digestion. So again, you want to make sure that your digestion is going well. And of course, the reason for that with pineapple is that it has an enzyme in the pineapple that helps your body break down and digest proteins that you eat. And then also, pineapple helps with arthritis. And of course, arthritis is something that is very painful, and pineapple has been found to reduce that inflammation that you get in your joints and your muscles. Woohoo! Another great reason to eat pineapple. In addition to that, pineapple also helps you with your heart health because it improves your blood circulation. So by now, I'm sure all of you are wanting to run to the grocery store to be able to grab pineapple off that shelf and bring it home and add it to your diet. Now, as I was just sharing all of those health benefits of pineapple, I was just cutting off all of the outer portion of this pineapple. And you can see I cut off very slim, thin pieces. But I have the rest of my pineapple that I'm now going to use, and the rest is the easy part, actually. To me, cutting off that outer rim is the hardest part. You want to cut it off, but you don't want to take away too much of your pineapple. The next tool that I'm going to use is, once again, the chef's knife that I have, because I want to slice that pineapple in half. And then once I've sliced it in half, I'm going to slice it again. So I'm actually putting these in quarters. Okay? Got them in quarters. What we're wanting to do next is to get rid of that stem that's inside. And again, we're not using one of those fancy tools that takes it right off. Now, what I'm going to do next is I've got quarters. And now I'm going to take each one of those quarters and I'm going to cut it in half. So it's a little slippery, but we're going to take this and we're just going to cut it one more time straight down, just like that. So I'm turning it into quarters, and I'm going to go ahead and do each one of these quarters. Now you can stand it up as I'm doing right here to cut it, or you could turn it over. But what we're doing is we're cutting the pineapple into 1/8 pieces, okay? And once we've done that, the rest is easy. When you do it this way, you're actually making sure you're maintaining a lot of your pineapple. You really don't want to have to worry about getting rid of all the good stuff. What we're doing now is putting it together so that we can eliminate that core while at the same time keeping most of our pineapple. Now, that's done. And the last part is where I just take my chef's knife and I'm cutting off that core. See that? I'm not using one of those cores. I'm just simply cutting that core off from my 1/8 pieces of pineapple. This part's really easy. Maintaining the most of the pineapple, and I'm almost done. I'm going to go through and cut off all of that core portion. That's the part that you don't want to eat. Now, who knows, you might decide you want to just throw that into your next smoothie, because if you're using a high-power blender or a juicer, you can actually use all of that portion. But If you're eating fresh pineapple, you don't want that core. So we're almost finished with that. And you can see how easy this has been because I am using our very sharp Culinary 2 knives. All right, now the rest is the fun part. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our 5-inch Santoku knife, and when I finish, I'm going to have bits of pineapple, just like what you're seeing here. So let me take my third knife that I'm using, and I'm going to just simply cut these into little chunks, just like this. It goes really quickly from here on out. So let me show you. This is what I've been able to do. One nice little chunk right there, and then each of the sections that you have cut, you're going to actually just slice just like this. Goes very quickly. And then you have all of your pineapple all cut and ready to go. If you have one of our Fantasia Fresh storage containers, like this 6x8, it's really nice and handy to store your cut pineapple in your refrigerator. So you've got an idea of how I'm going to finish cutting the rest of the pineapple, but I want you to just take a look. Isn't that wonderful? Why pay extra to buy cut pineapple when you can do it yourself in just a matter of minutes? And do I need to tell you? Delicious. You'll want to run out, get you a fresh pineapple, use your Culinary 2 knives to turn that pineapple into delicious chunks of pineapple that you and your family will enjoy.